Hello Taurus, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. So we're going to jump straight into your reading today. So let's have a look. Taurus, what's going on for you? Then we're going to go into connecting energies, get some messages from the person that you're connected with, and whatever else wants to come out. We've got the pendulum at the end. So let's see. Taurus. We have faith. Crossroads. Destiny. Bottom of the deck, you have humility. Let's see, Taurus. So I do feel like for you, Taurus, you are in a crossroads in your life. And I do feel like for you, this is about you stepping into your path, your own path here, cutting the old out. There might be a old connection here that you may be hanging on to. And we have here humility, so I do feel like there is something that you maybe need to look at within yourself here, maybe some self-forgiveness here, giving yourself some, I feel like talking more gently to yourself. I feel like for some of you, there's a thing of beating yourself up over maybe a connection here. I do feel like you do keep the faith right now in yourself more than anything, that you can move forward into your path, into where you need to be, because you're exactly where you need to be right now. So let me see, Taurus. We're going to go into your past energies first. We have the Seven of Chalices, which is the Seven of Cups. We have the Fool. Oh, I love that. In your present. And then let's see what's in your potential future. We have the Moon. All right, okay. Let's see why the Seven of Cups is here. And let's see why the Fool is here. And let's see why the Moon is here. We have the Magician. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Chalices. So, I will further clarify these after. But I do feel like for you here, we do have that Knight. We're starting off in your past here. So, the Seven of Chalices and the Knight of Swords. I do feel like there has been some options that have opened up to you here, Taurus, maybe around relationships and love and feeling for you, and you've gone into them quite quickly in the past. But I feel like this Fool and the Five of Chalices being here with that Crossroads card, it's like you're sort of in a space of should I, shouldn't I? Should I feel like for some of you, it's like you're focusing on the external instead of what you really want, what will bring you this happiness, this Nine of Chalices, what's going to bring you growth, what's going to bring you happiness. I feel like this is you confusing yourself with the Moon and the Magician. It's like you sort of like, well, which one shall I take? Which one should I go with? Which road should I take? Should I be single? Should I be... There's lots of questions here. Which way should I go? And I feel like when you look inwards and really look at like your options, really look at like where you are, you'll make the right decision for you. Is there places that you need to heal in? Is there, things that you can, like, what brings you happiness? What brings you happiness? Lots of confusion here, Taurus. So let's further clarify that Seven of Chalices and the Knight of Swords. Let's clarify these cards. Got the Sixth Chakra Archangel Metatron. Angel of Love. And we have the Temple Path. Yeah, this is about you. Bottom of the deck, we do have strategy. I do feel like with these coming out, it's like make a plan for you. What's going to make you happy? I do feel like you have been getting some download. It's like you need to see the truth in something here. Has something in your past being good for you. I feel like you need to connect with what's going on in your life right now. Pick out the good points, pick out the bad points. Do you want to go back to something? Carry on a cycle maybe? Or do you want to give to yourself? Because we have the angel of love here, and I feel like this is, maybe for some, I do feel like for some of you it's between being single or going into a past relationship or going into a new one. Because it's like, I feel like you need to give more to yourself here, Taurus, which is going to lead you on the path to you. But I feel like you just don't know this yet. There's a lot of illusions. Maybe you don't feel strong enough to do this on your own. I can tell you now, you absolutely can. I just feel like you need to make a plan with your life first. Build on maybe your stability here and what's going to make you happy, rather than anything that's outside of you. So we're going to check in on the energy that is connected to you. So let's have a look. The energy that is connected to Taurus, what's going on with them? What's going on with the person that Taurus is connected to? We have the Tower, the Six of Cups, the Star. Let's see why that Tower's here. Six of Cups and the Star. Let's see why the Star's here. Three of Wands. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like they want to take action. I do feel like they've had a Tower moment. We have the Devil there. So I do feel like there may have been something toxic. Maybe what they were doing or what you were doing. I do feel like they've had this Tower moment over you. And they want to take action. I feel like maybe for some of you there's an apology wanting to come through. This is a past connection with that Six of Cups, and I do feel like they do want balance in this, because you are their wish, that you are their desire with that Star card. It's like they're waiting for you to come in. For some of them, they're waiting for their ships to come in. For some of you, I feel like they're working on finances as well. I want to further clarify that Devil and Tower card. We have the Thinking Man. So I just feel like you're both in this energy. It's sort of a connected energy here, Taurus, where you're both in your head about it. Like, what should I do? Should I stay single? Should I go somewhere else? I think you're both in this sort of energy. It's like they still want you, though, because they want to balance out this connection. So let's see why that Six of Cups is here with that Two of Pentacles. They do want to balance this out. We have Journey. Yeah, they've got some things to learn still. They've still got things to learn. And they've got to make a decision of which way they need to go. It's a bit like the Crossroads card, because look at all them signs there. So I do feel like they're sort of deciding where they need to go as well. This is both of you in the same sort of energy. Oh my dears, that's too many cards, man. Let's put them back in. And let's see. If they come out again, then obviously they were meant to be. So let's see why the Star card is here with that Three of Wands. We have financial constraints. Yeah, this makes sense. I do feel like what's holding them back is, for some of them, I feel like their love language may be gifting for some of them. I do feel like for some of them, especially if they're in that more masculine energy, they may be worried about money right now. So they're trying to sort out their finances, getting themselves stable in their lives in order to come forward. The dragon is to that Thinking Man again. Why am I looking at the Thinking Man for? I feel like they've been doing some reflecting on themselves here, and you. What they need to change within themselves, really, for some of them. Some of them are self-aware here, Taurus. So let's see. They definitely want an action. They're very attracted to you with that Ace of Wands. I do feel like they do want to take action. I feel like they're waiting on their own stability here, especially with money. So let's get some messages from your person that you're connected to here, Taurus. Let's see. Let's get some messages. Strength, ego. So I do feel, again, this is like they're logically thinking about everything. And I feel like this is a shared sort of energy between you both. You're both in this, where you're both like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? It's the ego. That might be where the toxicity came from as well, the ego. As I say, some of them are really self-aware. They know sort of things. You make me want to do bad things. I feel like for some of them there may be a sex addiction as well, because we do have the devil there, which talks about sex, passion, and so does the Ace of Wands. And I feel like for some of them there is maybe a sex addiction here. For some of them. So let's see what else wants to come out. What else do they want to say to Taurus, please? Do you even see me that way? For some of you, do you know what I've just picked up on? Some of you were maybe friends with benefits, and they weren't really wanting to go to the next level with you. So I feel like that this was similar to Scorpio. Might be some messages in there for you if you have any Scorpio placements. Or what was it, Sagittarius? I think it was Sagittarius, you know. It was one of them. One of the fire signs. Separating love from lust, I feel like for some of them. Is it love or is it lust? Is it just passion? Because I feel like, well, not to say that all friends with benefits things don't work, because sometimes they do. But for a lot of people, they don't, because it's based on something that's not love. It's the passions that you're sort of connected to. If I follow you, I could lose everything came out as well. So some of them are a bit worried about losing people situations if they do come towards you in any other way. But there is a strong connection here, regardless. So Taurus, let's get some more cards for you. Taurus. Then we're going to get you some advice, and then we're going to get the pendulum. So we have the seed. So I do feel like you have planted the seed with this person. We also have this storm coming out as well. You have already planted that seed. I just feel like you need to keep on working on yourself, and where it's like knowing your worth. In some situations, you know, would you like what do you want? The universe gives you exactly what you want. Really, we have the eternal child as well. This might be the way that you see yourself, and we have the mystic there. So I do feel like for some of you, you maybe have psychic abilities here, and maybe you want to go more into that. Some of you may be tarot readers here, or work in the psychic field in some sort of way. I do feel like for some of you, I do feel like with the seed coming out, it's like you've planted the seed now. You don't really need to do anything else with this person, with this situation. But I do feel like with the storm coming out, it's like this is where your head is. You know, and this is about you taking care of you and doing what's best for you at the end of the day. What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? Because I feel like you do get yourself in this, maybe a storm moment. You may feel like things aren't working out. Things, you know, it's like you get in this state of confusion. Do I want this? Do I want that? Which creates that storm in your head. It's not particularly the other person that's causing that. It's actually you fighting yourself, sort of thing. And we have the eternal child here as well, which does point to me about inner child work. So I do feel like for some of you, this is a pattern, maybe a behaviour here that's stemmed from childhood that you maybe need to have a look at and look a little bit deeper at, because this is part of manifesting as well when we change our beliefs that we've had from childhood here. I just feel like you need to dig a little bit deeper into that. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to help you with that. But it's like, I feel like for some of you, this is stepping into your happiness, but doing this for yourself, going into the passions that you want to go into. Maybe go back to connect more with your inner child. Maybe go back to hobbies and things that you had as a child, and start there. Because the more that you build that in a relationship with yourself, not to say there's an actual child inside of you, because it's not in a physical form. But there is that inner child that needs that love and affection, that maybe needs that connection back with you. And the place to start maybe is to, go back to that childlike self and partake in activities as you did as a child that brought you joy. I used to do that with my children, connect with my inner child, and trust me, it works. So let's see, we're going to get you some advice. I do feel like with the mystic as well, this is you tapping into that intuition as well, and there's transformation that's on the horizon. I just feel like you need to take it. We do have here freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. And I feel like that's when you stop focusing on the external, stop focusing on this connection so much. You're going to be able to release yourself and give to yourself like you would give to that person. So do the things that you would do maybe with that person. Give to yourself. What can you do to love yourself a little bit more today? That sort of thing. Like, ask yourself that in the morning when you wake up. What can I do for myself today that's gonna, even if it's just 10 minutes. We have here allowing, radical acceptance, say yes to reality in any given moment so what's needed can come next. And I feel like you need to allow the situation to unfold that little bit more. So allow them to be them, and allow yourself to be yourself. And I feel like going back to that humility card and giving yourself that first. So allow yourself to be who you are and allow them to be them. It's just acceptance of where you are in your life right now and what you need to give to yourself. Because quite honestly, most of the time it is out of our control. But you can be in control of how you feel about it and the choices that you make about it. So let's get you one more, and then we're going to go into the pendulum. So we have here invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. And I feel like for some of you, this is like asking yourself your guidance questions, because quite honestly, tarot is here as a guide, and also like offer you advice with tarot. But ultimately, I would rather you follow your own guidance system, to be honest with you. I would, and like even if that means you're not coming back or you're not subscribing or anything else, I don't like. I would rather you come off this channel, and and ask yourself those questions, and ask yourself where you need to be. Because quite honestly, if you're here for a one-off, I'm like, yeah, good, good, because I want you to be able to connect to your own intuition, your own abilities, because you're perfectly. Like, everybody is capable of this. Everybody. It's not just specific people. It's not just me. It's not just everybody else in this blooming planet. Like, everybody on this planet can tap into this. So we also have here loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Again, this is about accepting things as they are. And there may be some emotions that are tied up to this, that you need to let flow and let go. Because I feel like for some of you, you maybe even stop yourself from crying. For some of you, we had guidance there. So funny. Some of you may stop yourself from crying. We will take that guidance card since it came out. For some of you, and I feel like when you allow yourself to flow in it, you'll actually get over it a lot quicker, rather than trying to stuff them down or saying, fuck off or whatever. No, like, don't stuff that shit down. Even if you're angry, go and punch a pillow and write it out. Burn the bloody paper afterwards. Don't let it stay there. So we have guidance there as well. So when you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed start to follow. And I feel like for some of you, this is where you need to be going towards is your own guidance system, and asking out loud what to do. If you ask, you'll get the answers. I said this to somebody yesterday, one of the star signs yesterday as well. So, Taurus, let's ask the pendulum. Get a question in your mind. We're going to ask the pendulum what the answer is to the question on your mind. Also, you can pause this video if you don't have a question quite yet. So let's get on. So, what is the answer to Taurus's question on their mind, please? Hold on. What is the answer to Taurus's question on their mind? I was holding it a bit funny there. Thank you so much. We have a no. So, Taurus, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have the most beautiful day, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.